G'day guys, welcome back to the channel. You're watching Flashlight Crazy. Today I'm reviewing the Surefire, there it is, the Surefire E1D Defender LED. This is a brilliant light. Can't wait to review it. Let's check it out. All right, so just before we go to the table for some table talk, let's quickly just look at it in the hand. So this light is a brilliant one. It is the height of it is just perfect, and the name Defender fits it well. I have reviewed the E2 Defender, which is a little bit longer, takes 2 CR123A batteries. This one takes 1 CR123A battery, 300 lumen max, I believe, but you're getting a fair bit of candela. Check that out. So as you'll see in the night shots, 300 lumens can go a long way with a decent amount of candela, and that's what you're getting. Also, off and on, you get a nice little 5 lumen output, but again, the candela makes that 5 lumens go a long way. It is really made typically like Surefire. That pocket clip is beautiful. It slides in and out of your jeans or your trackies or whatever, just with absolute ease. Tail standing, the tail cap as well is absolutely fantastic. We'll talk a little bit about that during the table talk. But look, it's a typical Surefire, guys, and this is actually a friend of mine who's allowing me to review it, but I have liked this light so much in the less than 24 hours that I have got it that I am going to be actively pursuing one of these, because I just think it is the perfect, for an Australian especially, who, you know, we can't carry things for self-defense and stuff. I think this is a perfect companion for a self-defense tool. The crenulations on the bezel there are very, very nice and sharp. The 300 lumens with the pokiness of that candela is perfect for a nice flash, and then, you know, defend yourself. Defender, hence Defender. Not attacker, Defender. So, love the light. Let's go to the table for some table talk, and then night shots, and then final thoughts. Let's go. All right, so here it is, the E1D LED Defender. So, very, very nice light. We have a total internal optic there, which is going to give that style beam. So it's going to give basically a hot spot and spill style beam. The spill is obviously affected because of the crenulated bezel, but that crenulated bezel is absolutely necessary, hence the name Defender. So in the hand, it really is kind of perfect in terms of that crenulated bezel just pokes out enough for it to be nasty as like a hammer fist self-defense object, and obviously the benefit of being able to shine that in somebody's eyes, giving you a moment or two of surprise before you can use this crenulated bezel to defend yourself, I think is really cool. I think the name Defender is very fitting for this light. I have reviewed the E2 Defender before, so that's just a little bit longer, takes 2 CR123A batteries. This one takes 1. So I currently in here just have a Panasonic CR123A lithium battery. There's the spring down there. There's the spring here as well, so it holds the battery in place very, very well. And tighten up that tail cap. Yeah, just beautiful. So, you know, typical Surefire, we have a momentary, you can momentary, so we've got a forward clicky, one of the more reliable clickies in the flashlight world. I believe it is a Mc clicky, but I could be wrong. Either way, Surefire has very, very reliable switches. Now, taking a closer look, so the tail cap has these little cutouts here, which I think is quite genius. Number one, because you can tail stand it, but number two, because no matter how you hold the light, your thumb is going to fit through one of those areas there. If we can just get some focus, one of those areas there, which basically means that the way you hold this light is not going to matter at all, because you're always going to be able to find a comfortable place to set your thumb over that switch, which I think is brilliant. Now, the pocket clip, if we just get really close up here, the pocket clip is going to be an almost deep carry. I would call it relatively deep carry, but it's kind of genius in the way that they've done it, because when you pocket this light, like I did this evening to take it to night shots, when I went to pull it out, all that was available for me to grab is the drop off from the tail cap. So it actually was a very easy pull out of the pocket. So I really, really think that whether they meant to do that or whether that was an accident, I don't know. But either way, it works really well to pull it out of your pocket. Now, the light comes on in high every single time, and high is a 300 lumen output, but it's got a lot of candela. So the candela is what gives you this really bright hotspot. And the candela is what is going to be used or be very useful when blinding an attacker. But it's also very useful in how much throw you're going to get. So as you'll see in the night shots, the throw is pretty impressive for a light this small with a CR123A battery and a 300 lumen light as well. Now, when you off and on, so the full runtime on a full CR123A battery is going to be 1 hour and 15 minutes on high. And when you off and on quickly, then you've got your ultimate low of 5 lumens, which you're going to get for a max runtime on a full battery of 47 hours. So the runtimes are really good because a full hour, this is a Defender. I mean, the name of it is a Defender. So this is a light that I would imagine that you're going to use in your pocket as a light that, you're going to use to be able to see a far way away. But it's not going to be a light that you're going to grab if you're going on a 4-hour search party, because you're just going to, you could use it because if you bring a box of CR123As, then you've got as much light as you need. But I believe the design that this light was intended for was to be your Defender, was to defend you. So to pull it out and shine, and then obviously maybe use in conjunction with a firearm. But here in Australia, that's unlikely to be used, just out in public. So I would personally use this as as my self-defense tool by itself. I would shine and then maybe hit or run or do whatever I got to do. But I think it's a really, really good light. So if I leave the light on, even on low, you can still see that it's on due to the crenulated bezel as well. And I just think I have reasonably medium to large hands, and I just think that the size of this light is just perfect. I think it's just perfect. I think that your fingers fall into the thin body so beautifully, your first 2 fingers. Then your other fingers, well, this one kind of sits around the neck area, this one on the head, your thumb on the clicky. And when you clench this in a fist, you have got about, or probably just under an inch of, or maybe a full inch of light to use with these crenulations to bang, 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 like defend yourself with a hammer fist. And I just think it's awesome. I think that the way this light is designed, it sets in your hand like concrete. It's not going anywhere. And I really think it's a great, great light. So much so that a friend of mine, I'm sending this to a friend of mine, and it's his light, not mine. He said I could review it, but I like this light so much so that I will probably pursue one in the near future to try and buy for myself, because I just think that it is the perfect companion for a self-defense light, particularly for someone in Australia where it's illegal to carry anything for the purposes of self-defense, unfortunately. So something like this is really, really good. The closest I've got to this would be my Reaver Arms Citadel, which kind of has these crenulations here as well. Same kind of thing, full titanium. You could use that to defend yourself. This is a custom made light, so I wouldn't really want to, put it through that, even though it can absolutely take it. I mean, if you've seen the torch test on this, this is just one of the toughest lights going around. But this is really, made for, defense. And I think Surefire had defense in mind when they pocketed, when they made this light. The reason I said pocketed just then is because I was thinking about how smooth this pocket clip is, and it really is an absolutely smooth pocketing experience. I mean, it's a perfect clip system. It really is. The clip there, enough lift to slide over your pants, nothing in the way to obstruct it, and it just slides all the way in, all the way up there. And then when you take the light out of your pocket, just a very smooth transition. Really, 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 really nice light. I can't speak highly enough about this light. So we'll quickly just do some measurements. Again, I mean, look, it's falling in at just 11 centimeters tall, just perfect. And I think that extra centimeter, sometimes these compact lights fall in at 10 centimeters, but I think that extra centimeter is just perfect for the self-defense aspect of this light. So I really love it. And the weight with a CR123A battery in it is, look at that, 94.85 grams. Let's call it 95 grams, just between friends. And that is a wonderful light, a bang-on light. Let's go to the night shots, guys, and then we'll come back for some final thoughts. See you in a sec. All right, the E1 Defender. So, beam profile, let's get it on low. Oh, it's a bit too low to show the beam profile. So on low, you just kind of have a hot spot. You do have some spill, but not really a lot. But then high, look at that spill. Beautiful. So, okay. Hotspot is very useful, running on one CR123A right now. Very useful hotspot. Decent throw. Fantastic light. Love the fact that it's just, CR123A use, meaning that you can just, use it until it's dead, throw the bloody battery out and chuck another one in, Don't have to worry about charging and everything like that. I am filming this night shot prior to actually doing the review. So for that reason, I haven't done my research because this is a friend's light. So I didn't buy this light to review, so I don't have any of the statistics on me, but I'm going to do a bit of research about it because I do want to know if this can take a 3.7 volt 16340 or if it can only take CR123As, because if it can only take CR123As, then putting a 3.7 volt, which is really a 4.2 volt battery in there can and probably will fry the engine. But I don't know if it's designed to take that or not, so I will do some research on it prior to sitting down doing some table talk about this. But man, this is great. The beam shots are awesome, very compact. Oh, you can't really see in the dark, but very compact light, awesome beam shots. E1 Defender, great light, love it. Big, big, big props, big fan of this light. All right, there it is, guys. See ya. All right, so positives and negatives. Look, I got no negatives about this light. As I said, if you're buying this light to go out and search for somebody lost for 5 hours, make sure you bring a box of CR123As, or at least 5 of them, because you get a little over an hour of runtime with one brand new CR123A battery. But I absolutely love this light, and I have no cons about it whatsoever. Great switch, great light, great pocket clip, great crenulations for self-defense, great size, fits in the hand perfectly. I've got medium to large hands, guys, and this is just perfect. It's just such a perfect light to use, for whatever, but as well as self-defense. And I love a good self-defense light. So, and 300 lumens, you may think 300 lumens sounds low. 300 lumens coupled with enough candela is not nice. And let me tell you, this room's lit up. When you're out on the street in the darkness, there's nothing really but moonlight, maybe some street lights or things like that. This 300 lumens with a lot of candela, with enough candela to provide a hotspot like that, is gonna pierce straight through the eyes of an attacker and gonna make them do that. And that is enough to get in there and defend yourself when they get too close and they've got that look in their eye. So I'm a big proponent of lights like this. I think it's fantastic, and I'm chasing one. So I'm going to send this to my friend. I've reviewed it now. I'm going to send it back to my friend, and I'm actively chasing one, guys. This is a good light to have. All right. Thanks very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and until next time, stay cool and stay safe. See ya.